Yeah.
Welcome to Echoes of the Past, where history isn't just old, it's oddly fascinating.
From forgotten facts to bizarre backstories, we dig into the dusty corners of time
So
so you
you
don't
don't
have
have
to.
to. I'm Jody Lynn, your amateur historian and full-time trivia hoarder.
And I'm Ephraim, here for the facts and the fun.
So let's rewind the clock and press play on the past. The very word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society. John F. Kennedy, 1961.
Since the dawn of civilization, humanity has been fascinated by what hides in the dark. Behind locked doors, whisper words, and veiled rituals, secret societies have shaped ideas, inspired revolutions, and provoked fear. From the stone temples of Egypt to the dimmed lodges of Europe, men and women have long sought the allure of belonging to the few who know. Secret societies promise wisdom, power, and protection, but they also invite suspicion. Are they guardians of enlightenment or architects of manipulation? Tonight, we explore some of the most infamous and mysterious secret orders where myth and history intertwine, and where truth is often shrouded in ritual.
Let's start with the Freemasons. The Freemasons, whose story is carved into the very stones of Europe. In the Middle Ages, stonemason guilds traveled from cathedral to castle, their craft passed down through apprenticeships. By the 1600s, the practical guilds transformed into something more abstract, a fraternity dedicated to moral virtue, philosophical inquiry, and symbolic architecture. Lodges were cloaked in secrecy. Handshakes, passwords, and coded gestures marked the bonds between members. The compass and square symbolized the ethical boundaries and moral balance each Mason was sworn to uphold. Prominent figures, including George Washington, Benjamin Franklin, and Paul Revere, counted themselves among the brethren. Their influence shaped early American ideals and government structure. Yet, power breeds suspicion. Conspiracy theories flourished, suggesting the Freemasons manipulated governments and world events from behind closed doors. To adherents, they were a brotherhood of self-improvement and enlightenment. To critics, they became a shadowy cabal pursuing unseen agendas.
We had one of their lodges in the town we moved to in Washington.
Really?
Yeah, but it was shut down.
Oh, was
as
it?
far as I'm aware, I never saw anyone go in and out of the building.
Aren't the Freemasons the ones that wear the funny hats? Or is that not who I'm thinking about?
I don't know who you're thinking about.
They look like a fez hat, where they're like red and they're like they sit on top of their head and they have a little tassel on them.
I don't know.
I'm gonna have to look that up now.
Okay. In 1776, a German law professor named Adam Weishaupt founded the Illuminati in Bavaria. Unlike other secret societies, their goals were revolutionary, promoting reason over superstition, equality over monarchy, and knowledge over blind faith. In its brief lifespan, the Illuminati sought to infiltrate governments and influence decision makers, but by 1785 it was officially banned. Yet the story did not end there. Modern myth transformed the Illuminati into faceless global network pulling strings behind the scenes. Celebrities fashion pyramids and music videos, internet forums hum with these theories, and even currency is analyzed for hidden symbols. The truth is elusive. The Illuminati, as Weishaupt knew it, may have vanished, but its legend endures, immortalized in every generation that suspects a hidden hand guides the world.
Do you think that they're still around, even though they got banned?
Hey, I don't know.
I think so.
I think
I don't know if they go under the word, the word and the symbols that they used to, but I think that they're still there.
they probably. Well, I think the thing is, like, with these people who are like, oh, there's hidden meanings and symbols and all these things and blah, 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 blah. If it's a secret society, they're going to probably try and lay low the best they can and not throw their symbols and shit just willy-nilly all over the place for some schizo in his basement to figure it out.
I mean, that's true, but it's like the thought of like the secrets, like we have and we are going to go into. It's just it's those things where like, maybe, you know. You're looking at me like I'm crazy. I believe in the secret societies of the world.
I mean, there's definitely secret societies, but I doubt there's a whole lot of them that have their hand in the fucking
Cookie jar?
yeah, the cookie jar controlling everything.
Well, before the Illuminati, Europe whispered of the Rosicrucians. In the early 1600s, pamphlets appeared claiming the existence of a secret brotherhood combining alchemy, mysticism, and spiritual enlightenment. Their emblem, a rose upon a cross, symbolized the marriage of suffering and divine love. No one knew who they truly were. Were they scientists, occult philosophers, or literary fabrications? Regardless, the Rosicrucians influenced centuries of spiritual thought, seeding ideas that would later shape the Freemasons and the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn. Their legacy is a reminder of the thin line between myth and inspiration.
In London, 1887, 3 scholars have claimed to have uncovered ancient cipher manuscripts. From these texts arose the Golden Dawn, a society devoted to ritual magic. I'm gonna murder you, little man. Devoted to ritual magic, astrology, Kabbalah, and spiritual transformation. Members included poets like W.B. Yeats and controversial figures like Aleister Crowley, whose motto, "Do what thou shalt be the whole of the law," would reverberate through modern occultism. The order's intricate rituals and hierarchical degrees promised mystical insights to those initiated, but internal feuds fractured the group. Still, the Golden Dawn's teachings echo across contemporary spiritual movements, leaving an indelible mark on Western mysticism.
You've heard of them, right?
Nope.
I've heard of them a few times. The podcast that I like to listen to, Morbid, they've hit on it, I think, 2 or 3 times now on different episodes. It's pretty interesting if you go fully into, like, their whole thing. It's got a lot of ideals that are pretty, like, honestly good. Mm-hmm. It's just funny to me that it's got that name. And you're like, oh, these are going to be some good people, you know? They weren't, totally.
No, I imagine a lot of secret societies aren't good people.
Real quick break. This episode is brought to you by W. Whether you are exploring ancient lodges or recording deep into the night, W will keep your focus razor sharp without the crash. Use code Echosofthepast, no spaces, at checkout for 10% off your order at w.gg. Even secret knowledge requires energy.
In 1832, Yale University birthed Skull and Bones, an elite society cloaked in secrecy. 15 students per year entered the tomb, a windowless hall laden with skulls, coffins, and ritual artifacts. Presidents, senators, and CEOs have emerged from its ranks. Rumors suggest that members pledge loyalty beyond death, dedicating themselves to a network known only as the Order. Critics decry it as a hidden aristocracy. Rich people.
Aristocracy.
Whatever. Supporters call it selective fraternity. Either way, Skull and Bones demonstrates how secrecy and exclusivity can breed both influence and fascination.
I don't know, to me, the name just sounds like they're all playing pirate.
Oh, so supposedly they had the skull of Geronimo.
Okay.
Yep.
Across the country, the Bohemian Club convenes each summer in California's redwoods. Men of power, politicians, business magnates, and artists gather for a retreat hidden from public eyes. The cremation of care ceremony performed beneath a 40-foot owl statue symbolically casts away worldly burdens, leaving only fellowship and freedom. To outsiders, it appears theatrical, even absurd. To believers in conspiracy, it is the private council of the world's elites, networking and influencing global decisions far from scrutiny.
Not all secret societies hide in lodges. Some own entire city blocks. Founded in 1935 by L. Ron Hubbard, Scientology promises spiritual liberation through auditing and the progression of operating thetan levels. Only a select few gain access to its deepest teachings, including the infamous Xenu narrative, hidden behind layers of secrecy and financial commitment. Critics accuse Scientology of intimidation, surveillance, and exploitation. Members claim enlightenment and purpose. The church embodies the tension between faith, secrecy, and authority, showing that secrecy can take many forms, some spiritual, some corporate, some both. Tom Cruise is a part of it.
I was going to say, there's a few actors that are a part of it, but my favorite thing is watching that
dude on TikTok whatever, and he walks past the doors.
He walks by and he goes, hey, and he calls their name, and they just instantly shut all the doors. I love it. I love watching that. It makes me laugh so hard.
Yeah.
Because he knows all of their names by now. Okay. The late 20th century saw the rise of secretive groups blending ideology and mysticism. The Order of the Nine Angels, O9A, embraced dark, esoteric practices influencing extremist subcultures. Meanwhile, groups like the Bilderberg Group, the Trilateral Commission, and even the fabricated Priory of Sion remind us that secrecy can exist alongside visibility, and influence can be both subtle and profound. Secret societies often maintain their mystique through elaborate rituals and symbolic language. Initiation ceremonies might involve blindfolds, secret handshakes, oaths, and allegorical storytelling designed to instill loyalty and convey hidden meanings. Symbols like the all-seeing eye, pyramids, the rose cross, and the owl are layered with significance, allegedly representing enlightenment, vigilance, and divine truth. Conspiracy theorists often interpret these symbols as markers of hidden power or control, whereas historically they were more likely teaching tools, philosophical metaphors, or marks of membership. Regardless, these rituals serve a psychological purpose. The act of secrecy and ceremonial repetition strengthens bonds between members, making loyalty both emotional and spiritual. What is your opinion fully on the symbols? Like, I know you said earlier, people searching for it, blah, 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 but what is your opinion on the actual, like, symbols and symbols being used? Like, do you think that these symbols are actually hidden places for people who are part of the brotherhoods, quote unquote? Or do you think it just happens to be in the architecture and stuff?
I think it's just, I mean, sure, probably there's some places where whatever they have on the buildings are like hidden meanings or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I also think at the same time, a lot of it is just people digging into it too hard, trying to find something that isn't there.
And what do you feel about the conspiracy theorists that hound the fact that this is real and go out there searching for this shit just to make, and that's all they do with their life?
They should go touch grass and take their schizophrenic meds.
Okay.
Like, I mean, yeah, it's fun to be like, try and like figure stuff out.
Yeah.
But like, if all you're doing is, this is your whole thing, and you're not really going anywhere, and you just keep repeating yourself, it's like literal definition of insanity.
That's fair.
Doing the same shit over and over again, expecting it to change, but it doesn't.
That's fair. Okay.
Yeah. People just think about it too hard. Secret societies are often linked, accurately or not, into political influence. The Freemasons, for example, have been credited with shaping constitutional principles in America and participating in European revolutions. Skull and Bones alumni have ascended to positions of government and business power, leading to speculation about coordinated influence over policy, elections, and legislation. Even minor lodges and local chapters are said to operate as networking hubs for elites, creating webs of indirect power. While many claims are exaggerated, the perception of political influence is a recurring theme in conspiracy culture, feeding the idea that history is secretly guided by unseen hands.
Many secret societies are defined not only by their rituals, but also by their members' actions. Aleister Crowley, infamous for occult practices, brought scandal and notoriety to the Golden Dawn. L. Ron Hubbard's creation of Scientology sparked global controversy, from legal battles to accusations of abuse. Skull and Bones alumni, including politicians and business leaders, have fueled speculation about nepotism, elitism, and covert deals. These figures humanize the mythos of secret societies, showing that while rituals and symbols persist, human ambition, greed, and scandal often define their public perception.
While European and American societies dominate popular imagination, secret organizations exist worldwide. The Thule Society in early 20th century Germany influenced extremist political ideologies. Opus Dei, whatever.
Opus Dei, I think.
Through more open, is often portrayed as secretive in conspiracies surrounding the Vatican. Female inclusive societies like the Order of the Eastern Star demonstrate how secrecy and ritual transcend gender, adapting structures to include women in otherwise male-dominated organizations. Including global examples adds depth, showing that secrecy and influence are not confined to a single culture or era.
Many conspiracy theories focus on secret societies' supposed control over global finance. Allegations tie the Rothschild family to Masonic networks, while groups like the Bilderberg Group are said to coordinate economic policy behind closed doors. Financial crises, market collapses, and currency fluctuations are often interpreted as deliberate moves orchestrated by unseen elites. Could they do that now? Could we just crash everything? That'd be great right now. Just right now. Exploring these claims provides a lens into public anxiety over wealth, inequality, centralized power, and economic manipulation, highlighting how societies are imagined to shape more than just culture. They shape survival and prosperity itself. They should crash. We need a crash right now.
That'd be nice.
we need a lot more than that, but that would.
Yeah, then I can afford shit.
I know.
Certain societies are rumored to guard hidden knowledge. Alchemy, mystical texts, ancient manuscripts, and secret technologies are said to reside within their archives. Some conspiracy theories extend this to advanced scientific or military projects, suggesting that knowledge of energy, propulsion, or mind control is restricted to the elite. Even if untrue, these stories perpetuate the idea that access to information and the power it brings is controlled by a select few, feeding fascination and fear alike.
Historically, many secret societies were male only, creating gendered hierarchies of access and power. Women often formed parallel orders, such as the Order of the Eastern Star, or influenced society from the margins. Exploring this dimension uncovers questions about exclusion, authority, and social control within secretive organizations, offering a perspective often overlooked in mainstream narratives. Historians frequently debunk popular conspiracy claims, showing that many feared societies never orchestrated global events. For instance, the Illuminati existed only briefly, and the Priory of Sion was a hoax, yet myths persist because secrecy invites speculation. This tension between fact and fiction demonstrates how human imagination can magnify minor truths into sprawling legends, and why the stories about these societies often outlive the societies themselves.
Why are humans so fascinated by secret societies? Psychologists suggest that our brains are wired to seek patterns and control. Secret societies offer belonging, exclusivity, and the illusion of understanding hidden forces in a chaotic world. Sociologists argue that conspiracy theories are served as social narratives, helping communities explain inequality, corruption, and unseen influence. Including this perspective adds depth, showing that the allure of secrecy is as much about perception as reality.
In the internet age, secret societies have taken on a new life. Social media, forums, and YouTube documentaries, and our podcast apparently, magnify myths and create virtual conspiratorial communities. Memes, viral posts, and games perpetuate the legends, while online Illuminati-confirmed cultures turns every celebrity gesture into evidence. Video games like Assassin's Creed or Deus Ex allow players to immerse themselves in narratives of clandestine orders, further blurring the line between history and interactive storytelling. This digital proliferation demonstrates how modern culture transforms secrecy into a participation experience, keeping ancient myths alive in new interactive ways.
From National Treasure and the Da Vinci Code to Eyes Wide Shut in Assassin's Creed, society and media feed on the fascination with secrecy. Symbols, pyramids, all-seeing eyes, veiled rituals permeate music videos, literature, and digital worlds. Pop culture just doesn't reflect paranoia, it amplifies it, turning whispers into legends and legends into perceived truths.
Secret societies have long fascinated storytellers, inspiring a vast landscape of books, films, television shows, and video games that blur the line between history, myth, and imagination. Their rituals, symbols, and whispers of hidden power have become narrative devices that explore humanity's obsession with control and secrecy. Films often dramatize these societies, turning them into enigmatic forces shaping world events. As mentioned, the Da Vinci Code from 2006, adapted from Dan Brown's best-selling novel, portrays the Priory of Sion as a centuries-old order protecting a monumental secret, weaving art, religion, and conspiracy into a gripping narrative. Eyes Wide Shut from 1999, Stanley Kubrick's haunting exploration of elite secrecy depicts masked rituals and the isolation of wealth and influence, evoking both fear and fascination. National Treasure from 2004 uses Freemasonry as a backbone for treasure hunts and hidden historical puzzles, blending facts and fiction to create an accessible mythology of secret orders. Even the Angels and Demons adaptation revisits Illuminati conspiracies, showing how cinematic storytelling amplifies century-old fears.
Television has also mimed these themes. Series like The X-Files and Millennium frequently portray shadowy organizations manipulating global events, often referring Masonic symbols or Illuminati-like hierarchies. Da Vinci's Demons explores Renaissance secret societies, blending historical figures with imaginative narratives of intrigue. While American Horror Story Cult plays with the power of secret groups to control belief and social behavior, in these portrayals, secrecy becomes a narrative lens through which morality, corruption, and the human thirst for knowledge are examined. Books continue to provide fertile ground for speculation, from Umberto Eco's Foucault's Pendulum, which intricately links fictional conspiracies with historical orders, to Le Verdugo's Ninth House, which casts modern secret societies with a contemporary university setting. Literature allows readers to step inside these hidden worlds. Non-fiction works, such as Proofs of Conspiracy by John Robinson or Rule by Secrecy by Jim Marrs, feed the intrigue with real historical claims, fueling the imagination and inspiring new fiction.
Video games translate these myths into interactive experience, making players participants in secret machinations. The Assassin's Creed series is built around an ongoing conflict between Templar and Assassin orders, reimagining historical events through the lens of ideological secrecy. Titles like Deus Ex, Human Revolution, and The Secret World immerse players in conspiratorial narratives where hidden organizations manipulate governments, corruptions, and societies, blending stealth, strategy, and story into explorations of power behind the curtain. Across all forms of media, secret societies serve as a mirror for collective anxieties, the unseen elite, the manipulation of events beyond public knowledge, and the tantalizing promise that knowledge is reserved for the few. Symbols like the all-seeing eye, the pyramid, and arcane hand gestures recur as cultural shorthand, instantly evoking mystery and suspicion. Whether through the lens of suspense, horror, adventure, or historical fiction, these portrayals feed the ongoing fascination with conspiracies, keeping the myth alive while blurring the lines between reality and storytelling. Okay, from not excluding the games, movies, and whatever that we've already talked about, can you think of any other ones that hint or talk or like full-on theme about this?
Like, do you want like fictional or non-fiction ones?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Secret societies are secret societies.
Well, in one of the book series, I like Metro 2033, and it takes place in Moscow, the year 2033, after a nuclear war, and everyone's living down in the metro system of Moscow.
Yeah.
The people, some of the people who live in those metro stations, believe that there's a secret order controlling all the events that happen in the metro, called the Watchers or something. And I think that in the book they're confirmed to be real. That it's like government officials who plan everything.
Yeah.
In the game, they make a joke about it, but they're like, oh no, they're not real. It's just myth.
Okay.
And then also if you think about it in like Star Wars, the Jedi and Sith are like mythical secretive orders, just to your normal, just to your average just citizen in the galaxy, because they're, as far as they're aware, they're just mythical beings that may or may not exist. Yeah. And if you see one, then you could be like, oh, I saw a Jedi, and whatever.
That's true. Okay. I honestly, the only one that I ever think of is Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, with the Templars.
Yeah, but it's so prominent that it's hard not to think of that specific one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't read a lot of books that are about this kind of stuff, and this isn't usually my kind of movie. So.
Yeah.
Do you think technically the Monument Men would have been that? Because weren't they a secret society until they got outed?
I don't know what that is.
A secret group. The Monument Men were from World War II, I think. They basically went to get the monuments and artifacts and all the stuff that Hitler stole.
Oh. I wouldn't say
they were covert and very, like, nobody knew about them until they started bringing shit in, so I didn't know if that would technically
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, and the Nazis stole a lot of things. A lot of historical things. They've also hidden stuff so well that we still don't know where they are.
Yeah.
The one I can think of is called the Amber Room, I think. It was a room in the Russian Royal Palace, I think. I can't remember. And they took that whole room and they just put it somewhere. And nobody knows where it is.
How do you move a whole room?
I don't know. But they can't find it. Nobody can find it.
Oh my god.
And obviously you can't go... Nobody's alive to... None of the Nazis who moved it are, alive to be like, oh yeah, we put it right here. They're all...
And nobody thought to journal and, like...
Well, no.
They can just go get their journals?
That's also probably, like, one of those things where they're just kind of, over time, just disappeared.
Somebody's going to find that.
Eventually.
And they're going to get a ton of fucking money.
Oh, yeah.
because they're gonna blackmail that shit.
Yeah.
All right.
Just like with anything, or like Nah, I forgot where I was going with it.
So, what do you think? What markers do you think a group has to have to fall under the secret society, like cloud or hat or whatever you want to call it? What do you think they have to have? Obviously, be very selective with their membership.
Yeah, like just like a handful of individuals. I guess with secret society, it can vary. I guess, because like, yeah, there's like the ones that supposedly control the government or whatever, and then there's just others that just like fuck off into the woods and do who knows what out there. Maybe they dance around bonfires butt ass naked or something.
Hey.
Or they're just out there just trying to figure out how to do like the perfect like secret handshake, and that's all they do. Or something, I don't know.
That'd be hilarious. Hey Jim, just letting you know, we're gonna go to the woods next Thursday at 2 p.m. We're gonna be there for a few hours. We gotta practice our handshake. Are we gonna do anything else? No. Just that. Why we gotta go to the woods? Secrecy.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Bring your own beer.
Yeah, it's BYOB. We might have a picnic. I don't know. I gotta talk to the missus. At that point, I feel like that's just a brohood. I don't think that. I don't know. I feel like
some people like the privacy.
I guess. I feel like to be a secret society, you obviously have to be very careful in your membership. Mm-hmm. You can't be like, "Hey Jim, go tell Bob down the road that we're gonna do this thing." You know, it's very word of mouth, yes, but I feel like it has to be very hush hush, I guess.
Yeah.
I think that it has to be something that can control something, because it's a society, which means it does something. You know what I mean? Because I think it's the Freemasons that does the child network thing for. Let's see. I think it is. I don't know. It might not be them. It's not them. I don't know what they're called. Anyways, there's one society that's not secretive. I mean, they're kind of secretive on what they do, but they're not like secretive, like they're hidden. But they wear the little fez hats and they help with the children network, and they do all this stuff. And then you can see them at some parades where they're really old men with fez hats and like black pants, white button-up T-shirt, and little tiny go-karts, and they just kind of go-kart around because it's funny. But nobody really knows anything about them.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're technically a secret society. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I think there's a very thin line between a secret society and a society that doesn't out their secrets. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Yeah, because like I know people like joke about it with like the Illuminati, how they've been banned forever ago, but people are like, oh no, they still control the government, and blah 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 blah.
Oh, Rihanna's the Illuminati. I remember that.
Rihanna, Jay-Z, Beyonce.
All of them.
Just think of any actor or musician
who's real popular. And at some point or another, they might have thrown up like a triangle symbol with their hands or whatever. I have never heard them ever say Taylor Swift was ever in the Illuminati. Well, no. That is one person I've never heard them say. Well, she's so basic, she's probably not even in it. Like, people will just, like I said, people be bored and just pull shit out of their ass. Or, like I said, or there's just those people who read into it too hard. Yeah. Like, oh, Jay-Z's the one that comes to mind the most, because I think I watched a video about him being in a society or whatever, the Illuminati. Yeah. And, like, one of his music videos, he did a triangle with his hands, and people read into it way too hard. Like, oh, he's Illuminati, blah, 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 blah. But no, you guys are just weirdos who obsess over the weirdest things. Look into it too hard. They do. It's like me fucking going to Starbucks and like seeing the same symbol they got at every Starbucks and be like, oh, they're clearly a secret society in fucking Starbucks in the back room. I hate when people analyze their symbol. It's a mermaid. It's a mermaid. Like, get over it. It's not hard to figure out. Get the fuck over it. Yeah. Aw, Starbucks is the devil. Look at their logo. Okay, that's old people on Facebook. I know, it's funny though. When they fall for the freaking AI clickbait generate bullshit. Do you remember the monster one? The lady at the convention? Now, if you look at this M and you turn it upside down, oh yeah, it's the three spokes for the devil's trident. And all the stuff that she goes in on the can. I've seen that one, yeah. Just because we were just talking about that. There's another one too where they're like, oh, you see how it's three stripes? This is clearly
the number 6 in Hebrew, and since there's 3 of them, it's 666.
Oh my god.
I wish I had the time to make this shit up. To sit there and be like, "Yep, monster, Satan, clearly Satan."
We could make money on YouTube if we had the time for that.
Yeah, I'd wear a fucking tinfoil hat.
Would you?
Yeah, I would. Just to sell into the crazy thing. Clearly, Monster Energy drinks are sponsored by the devil.
While you do that, make sure you're drinking one.
While I do it, yeah. And just every episode, it's a different flavor.
Yeah. Never like show that you're doing that. Just
don't acknowledge it.
Don't acknowledge it.
Just take it like a sip in between talking.
Okay, let's continue because we are so far off topic. It's not even funny.
But it's funny. It is funny. It's funny talking about these weirdos who delve too hard into some things that ultimately go nowhere, and they just wasted a good amount of their life.
They did. It's hilarious. People are strange.
They are strange. Yeah. You know, the 3 golden McDonald's arches are symbolized the gates to heaven.
Going?
No, I just made that up.
Oh my god, I was going to say, please
that
don't tell me somebody put that on the internet.
No, but if you say it...
It's going to be clipped now.
If you say it enough times, people will believe it.
Somebody's going to clip that and we're going to find it on TikTok or something. These fucking podcasters think that McDonald's is the gate to heaven. Oh my god. Okay, let's continue back on topic.
All right, let's see. Ultimately, pop culture doesn't just reflect the allure of secret societies, it amplifies it. Every film, show, book, or game becomes another thread in the web of conspiracy, shaping how audiences perceive power, secrecy, and influence in the real world. These stories the stories we tell about these societies are themselves a kind of secret order, a cultural echo of the fears and fantasies that have surrounded them for centuries. For centuries, secret societies have been fertile ground for speculation. Their rituals and symbols transform into imagined hierarchies that supposedly control the world. The Freemasons, for instance, are said to possess esoteric knowledge guiding governments, economies, and wars. Conspiracy theories claim that influential lodges orchestrate policy behind closed doors, their symbols embedded in architecture and currency to signal allegiance or mark territory. From the dollar bill's pyramid to obscure numerology, every detail becomes proof of a hidden agenda. The Illuminati, perhaps more than any other, is synonymous with global conspiracy. Beyond Weishaupt's Bavarian Enlightenment goals, they are imagined as puppeteers of revolutions, financial collapses, and cultural phenomena. Pop culture exaggerates their reach. Every celebrity gesture, corporate merger, and political maneuver is interpreted as evidence of Illuminati control. Online forums and social media fans' theories feed a cycle in which suspicion fuels obsession and obsession fuels narrative. Some even link the Illuminati to secret technologies, mind control programs, and clandestine world governance.
Can I have mind control that makes me rich? That'd be great.
Smart.
I know. Other societies, from Skull and Bones to the Bohemian Club, attract conspiracies tied less to ideology and more to influence. The idea of a hidden network of American elites shaping policy for generations inspires claims that wars, treaties, and economic crises are premeditated. Critics argue that symbols and rituals like the Owl of Bohemia or the Tomb's Coffin ceremonies represent a commitment to collective power rather than spiritual growth, while popular myth inflates them into instruments of global domination. The Church of Scientology, though different in structure, has been the subject of its own conspiracies. Stories of secret enforcers, surveillance of defectors, and alleged infiltration of Hollywood and government circles have fueled claims that it is more than a religion. It is a shadow organization with a meticulously orchestrated global agenda. Before I continue that section, you know what we didn't even think of, and we both love it so much? The Secret Society in Fallout 4.
Which one?
The robots. The robot people. I cannot think of what they're called.
The robot people?
The synths.
Oh, the Institute?
Yeah. That was technically a secret society because they were like, I think it's real. But they could not prove it, and it was a very, very secret thing. Kind of. I had to stop because I was thinking about it while I was talking.
Well, but like with Fallout 4 and the Institute, people knew the Institute existed because they can go find the older synths that don't look human. But then you got I think they're the Generation 4 synths in game, where they look human, and you can't really tell. But then there were the regular common folk believe that like their people they know got replaced by a synth, and everyone was paranoid.
So you don't think that's technically a secret society? Because I think it technically qualifies, because they are secretive in a way. There are conspiracies surrounding them and what they do and what they don't do.
Well, the main thing is that they just kidnap and replace people.
Right, and then also it's very hard to find them and join them. Like, very difficult, if you can even do it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I had to get that out because I was thinking about it and I was like, if I don't say it. Okay, anyways. Meanwhile, modern groups like the Bilderberg Group and the Order of the Nine Angels have layers of complexity. The Bilderberg meetings, shrouded in privacy, have sparked theories that participants secretly decide election outcomes, control global finance, and manage international conflict. The O9A, associated with extremist occultism, feeds speculation about ritualized power and ideological manipulation lurking in the fringes of society. Even as historians and investigators often debunk many of these claims, the allure persists. Why? Because human cognition craves patterns and explanations. Where official narratives falter, the imagination fills the void, transforming secrecy into a scaffold for understanding, whether real or imagined. The theories themselves, independent of truth, act as modern mythology. They shape how people perceive power, corruption, and morality. Every symbol, every whispered oath, every enigmatic gathering becomes proof of a hidden order, feeding a fascination that may be as influential as the societies themselves.
Ultimately, the conspiracies surrounding secret societies reveal less about the actual organizations and more about our collective fear of the unseen. They function as cultural mirrors, reflecting anxieties about governance, inequality, and the hidden levers of control. Whether these societies truly orchestrate world events or merely inspire stories of control, the human mind cannot resist the shadow of possibility.
Secret societies endure because secrecy itself is intoxicating. They exist whether people seek belonging, knowledge, or power beyond ordinary reach. Some guard wisdom, some guard influence, and some blur the lines between both. Perhaps the greatest secret is that humanity needs mysteries. In the absence of certainty, we craft narratives of hidden orders to explain a chaotic world. Symbols, rituals, and hidden chambers remind us the truth is never as simple as it seems. Before we finish out, is there anything else that you would like to add in on secret societies or the conspiracies that may or may not fold around them? What?
Everybody knows the Jews control everything.
Oh my God, Ephraim. I mean, there are some powerful people. I'm just saying.
Just don't read too hard into it, or the Mossad agents are going to come get you.
Somebody's going to come get you. It might be a dude in a white coat with a real long needle and a hugging jacket. I'm just saying. Do they still do that?
Straight jackets?
Come get you in a white lab coats.
No.
Oh.
I think
they might not come do that, but it's gonna do. It might be some dudes in some black suits.
Yeah, the Men in Black.
Yeah, the Men in Black.
Well, no, the Men in Black are aliens.
They got them here now.
No, I think for something like that, it's like someone does a welfare check, then clearly you're crazy. The police or whoever gets you, and then you're given to whichever crazy place will take you.
That's true. Not all of them will take conspiracy theorists. Fun fact.
So
I got all mine out when I was laughing and talking earlier.
Man, I got nothing.
All right. Take us home.
Yeah. The next time on Echoes of the Past, from the hidden lodges of brotherhoods, we move to the corridors of covert power. Espionage, intelligence agency, black budgets, and the clandestine operations await. Where secrecy ends, conspiracy begins. Thanks for wandering through history with us on Echoes of the Past.
If you liked what you heard, subscribe, rate us, and tell that one friend who still quotes fun facts at parties.
And remember, history may repeat itself,
but we promise not to.
See you in the next Echo.